Softball Olympian Jennie Finch has a niece, and she's committed to play softball at the University of Oklahoma. Nah, it's true. Her name is Malaya Majam-Finch, and she's one of the many great players in OU's elite 2026 recruiting class that will be signing later this year, as Softball America ranks OU's class as the second best in all of college softball. Let's continue our deep dive on each individual player in the 2026 class as we get to know Malaya a little bit more. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to watch past videos on prospects, commits in the 2026 class, such as Kiele Ho-Ching, E.K. Smith, and Keegan Baker. And hey, if you like OU softball recruiting content, well, it's one of the many things I do here. All OU softball all the time. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are closing in on 5,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, guys. Also, make sure to turn on that notification button so you know instantly every single time I drop a video on OU softball. Malaya Majam-Finch is a right-handed pitcher out of Fullerton, California, and is rated as a 4-star and a 96 overall player by Softball America. They also rank Malaya as the number 25 overall player in the 2026 class and the number 10 pitcher in the country. She also comes in as the number 9 player in the state of California. A few years back, she was even named the number 1 overall player by Extra Inning Softball back in 2022. Here's some stats on Malaya. She's been a major contributor since her freshman year, both at the plate and in the circle. She has a .447 average through her first 3 years of high school ball with 61 RBIs and 9 home runs. Her pitching numbers are a 1.45 ERA. Those stats according to Max Preps. Here's the scouting report on Malaya from Max Preps. This was written earlier this year in January, and it says, the Oklahoma commit brings power to both sides of the plate. She pumps gas with speeds in the upper 60s in the circle and hit over .470 as a freshman and sophomore. Pretty good combo if you ask me, both in the circle and at the plate. Now, many of these players are great both in the circle and at the plate. So it bears the question, will she do both once she gets to OU? Feels like Malaya is looked at a little bit more as a pitcher than a hitter. But look, she can do both, and she can do both at an extremely high level. She's proven that both in high school ball and in club ball as well. My guess is that her primary contribution at OU would be in the circle. But hey, maybe Patty and the staff see it another way. Maybe they see a player that has so much power at the plate, so much potential at the plate, that they feel like they can turn her into one of the biggest power hitters on the team. Obviously, time will tell on that. But that's what's so exciting about having a player of this caliber committed in your recruiting class. You have high-level options. You don't just have options, you have high-level options. She can either focus on one or she can focus on doing both. There's just so much to like with her game, but I think that there's absolutely a chance that she ends up being a true two-way threat at OU. How about a self-scout from Malaya herself? She recently said this when asked about her strengths, quote, "A strength of mine is staying calm under pressure and being able to take in the moments without letting it get too big. This year, being on a team in an older age group had me improving the most on competing with better opponents and challenging myself mentally." Calm, cool, and collected. I like it. You're going to be put in some big spots, some really big spots when you play for OU, and sounds like she already knows how to handle those big moments. As you can imagine, Malaya had a ton of options elsewhere. Schools in California, schools out of the state like OU and Arizona, but she made her commit official on September 16th of last year. She said, "I am extremely grateful to announce my verbal commit to the University of Oklahoma to continue my academic and softball career. I want to thank all my family, friends, and teammates who always believed in me from the start, more specifically my dad, mom, and grandparents. You push me every day to be the best version of myself, and I am forever grateful for your unwavering sacrifice and support. To the Tyson family, the CA program would be nothing without you. To Coach Marty, Coach Lydell, and all of my Corona Angel coaches, you have shaped me to be tough and understand what it feels like to be part of something bigger than myself. I love you all so, so much. Lastly, to the OU staff, thank you for giving me this incredible opportunity to be a part of your family. I am beyond excited. Boomer sooner. I reached out to Malaya's head coach at Fullerton High School to get a quote on her, and I appreciate Coach Trevor Holton for responding to me and saying this, quote, "Malaya has been a program changer for Fullerton High School since the first day she stepped on our campus as a freshman. She has played the highest level travel ball since 10U and is a proven winner ever since. I am extremely proud of the way that she has handled the high expectations that have been placed on her. She is an extremely hard worker, constantly searching for ways to improve." He also notes, interesting fact, I coached Malaya in 6U balls / softball at Fullerton Hills. So pretty cool. Her high school softball coach has essentially been there for her entire journey and has seen her blossom into the incredible softball player that she is today. Now, like I mentioned earlier, and this is a big storyline with Malaya, her aunt is Jennie Finch. Yes, that Jennie Finch, who's one of the best to ever play the game of softball. Now, is that where Malaya's initial interest in the game of softball came from? The answer to that is yes. She started playing softball at 4 years old and started pitching at age 6. But this is also really cool. Her grandfather, Doug Finch, has been her pitching coach since essentially she was a kid and just ate up all of the knowledge that he and so many other people gave to her throughout her years. You know, just researching her, hearing the stories, hearing what others have to say, it really seems like Malaya has a deep passion for improving her game and finding as many ways as possible to help improve her game, both in the circle and at the plate. But on the subject of Jennie Finch, Malaya was asked by the LA Times if she wants to be known for being the niece of Jennie Finch. And the quote was, "I wouldn't say I don't, but it doesn't necessarily help too much. I feel like just being myself and having enough to prove, I think my performance can speak for myself most of the time." I take away from that, she wants to create her own legacy and she wants to create her own path. She's incredibly proud of what her aunt has accomplished and how she continues to help Malaya's game, but Malaya wants to do her own special things in the sport of softball. Like, not only do I love that response, but I feel like it's an incredibly mature response as well. Like, so here we go, once again, shocker, right? Just another incredibly easy player to root for coming soon to OU's roster. As you can imagine, the list of accolades for a player like Malaya is quite long, but I'll list several here. PGF 10U Premier National Champion in 2019. USA All-American 12U Champion in 2021. CIF Division III State Champion in 2023. First Team All-Freeway League 2023. All-County in 2023. All-State in 2023. All-CIF in 2023. Alliance Nationals 14U All-Tournament 2023. First Team All-League. Michelle Carew Classic All-Tournament. Freeway League MVP and Alliance Nationals 18U finalist in 2024. Were you guys writing all of that down? Yeah, there's a lot of accolades, and there's still a lot of accolades that I didn't mention, and there's still a lot of accolades to come, including being named to the USA Softball U16 2024 National Selection Event Top Performers list. A huge honor for her, standing out among the nation's best in the sport of softball at her age. She's just incredible. She's been a state champ. She's worn USA across her chest. She's won at the highest level of travel ball with the Corona Angels. And she's done a lot and still has a lot more to accomplish. And I would absolutely bet on her accomplishing anything that she wants to in this sport. Why? Because she can do it all. At the plate, in the circle. She's got the work ethic that you need to be a big-time player. Like, her goal is to play in the Olympics. Just like her Aunt Jennie, go play in the Olympics. I wouldn't bet against it. And what excites her the most about playing college softball is chasing down the opportunity to play in the Women's College World Series. I definitely wouldn't bet against that either. She's the type of player, I think, that can accomplish whatever she wants in this sport. She's that talented and has all of the work ethic to make it happen. Finally, what's her OU projection? Well, like I mentioned earlier, the only question I have with Malaya is, will she hit when she's at OU? Like, she's looked at maybe a little bit more as a pitcher. That's what she's listed at via Softball America. But I just have this sneaking suspicion that she's going to get an opportunity to showcase what she has offensively. I don't know that to be a fact, and maybe that's already been decided, and we just don't know it yet. But I think that she's good enough offensively to do damage at the plate in the SEC. And that's me saying that before she really gets to start working with JT Gasso. I love that she wants to create her own path, and I think she has an incredible opportunity to do so at OU. And I think with what she brings in the circle, especially with all that velocity she has, there's a chance, there's absolutely a chance, she blossoms into a great player at OU. Like, she still has an entire year to grow, both in the circle and at the plate, before she even gets to OU. And you know that she's going to with the work ethic that we've been talking about. So as fun as it looks today, and you guys have seen the highlights throughout this video, it looks really, really fun. I'm going to be really excited to see what it looks like a year from now. Malaya has incredible upside, an incredible opportunity waiting on her at the University of Oklahoma. Hey, appreciate you guys, as always, for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel for more OU softball content. Hit the notification button so you know instantly every time I drop a video on Oklahoma softball. But as always, thank you for watching.